Hello YouTube, it's the True More 64 back with another video. Today I'm going to go over the 2008 story of Bionicle. Now I'm going to put up two disclaimers here. The first one is that someone has done these types of videos, mainly Lord of Bionicle, and I'm going to give him credit for that where credit is due. I've actually watched them and watched them again in preparing these videos, so I don't copy his versions word for word. I also found that in some places of his videos, I can't understand what he was saying, so I'm pretty much putting my versions up so it's much better to understand. Now, the second disclaimer is that I won't be showing any images or animations because of copyright. I know about Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976 that states that images and videos can be used for fair use for personal criticism. And because I honestly don't know how to do that, and I'm lazy at editing. Now, with all that being said, let's get right to the story, shall we? I'm going to tell the story based on the books, like I do in my previous videos. In the first book, Shadows in the Sky... Wait. The Brotherhood of Makuta have attacked the Matoran in Karda Nui, and are turning them into Shadow Matoran. So I was checking to see if I had water. Anyway, and yes, we meet more Makuta, and it's not just Pterodax, and yes, he gets a name. We get 5 Makuta, but we get 3 more that will come later. We meet Antraz, Chirox, Vampira, Mutran, and Icarax. Now last year, we didn't know where Matoro was when he put the Mask of Life on and saved Mata Nui. Well, he was in Karda Nui, and the mask made a bright light blinding Antraz, Chirox, and Vampira. So anyway, a week later, after the attack and Matoro's sacrifice, the Tomanuva arrive, and on their journey to do the things on their list, they went to the island of Artaka, where Artaka gave them adaptive armor and sent them to Karda Nui to complete their destiny. Anyway, now that they are on Karda Nui, they start to fight off the Makuta, and Onua notices that they are blind. They regroup with the Matoran to the 2 of their villages. They also begin remembering stuff from their past. You know, before they arrived on the island of Mata Nui. Mainly that they used to live on Karda Nui. They also find that they have new weapons, and they name their blasters Midax Sky Blasters. Hold on. 1 second. Sorry about that. Want to get a figure with one. These things. And these are pretty powerful in the toy version too. And I'll show those off when I review these. Anyway, now Midak was the name of an Onu Matoran who likes light instead of being inside Onukoro, where it's dark. And the Sky Blaster part came from Liwa, who wanted a weapon called a Sky Blaster. The Tau learned of what Kopaka... Oh wait, hon. of what happened to Matoro from the Matoran and decide to split up into two teams. Liwa, Kopaka, and Pohatu would stay up top with the Matoran and fight the Makuta, while Tahu, Gali, and Onua go down below to the swamp to find the Mask of Life. But the Toa don't know that the mask... on. I'll fix that later. Sorry about that, I can't wanna do something a little special for this part. Sorry about that. Anyway. Now, the Toa, hold on. But the Toa don't know that the mask gave itself a body and a skyboard. Meanwhile, with the Makuta, Viken was sent to Destrel to summon Icarax. Back at the Matoran village, Solek gave Kopaka a keystone, a tablet detailing how to awaken Mata Nui, but it is broken into 6 pieces. Solek tells him that the Makuta have 2 of the keystones, and Solek... oh wait. And the other 3 are unknown. Apparently, he finds out that from Solek that he knew Takua. The next day, they captured Kairope, an Matoran that got turned into a Shadow Matoran, and tricked him into thinking they were planning on an attack on the Shadow Leech Hive. He was able to escape and went back to tell the went back to the hive with the Toa plus 3 Matoran, Tanma, Solek, and Photok. The Mask of Life, or Toa Ignica, followed the other Toa. They eventually arrived at the hive, and they found it to be bigger on the inside than the outside. Kopaka and Solek fought Mutran. The Toa went off, and they thought Toa Ignica was a monster and attacked it, and so Toa Ignica decided to kill them with his life powers, but the Toa eventually found out it was Toa Ignica and stopped him from killing them. And also, by the way, Toa Ignica didn't know why they were trying to kill him. Well, or why they were attacking them. So he just decided to kill them. Anyway, the Toa and Matoran got captured and were placed in separate areas. Well, the Matoran and Toa got placed into 2 separate areas. Antros told the Toa if they made a move or of attack, he would send a mental message to Chirox and Vampira to kill the Matoran. But the Toa escaped, and Pohatu used his Mask of Speed to get the Matoran. The Toa escape, Toa Ignica destroys the hive, making it fall into the swamp. Icarax arrived to Cardanui to find the other Makuta fighting the Toa. Toa Ignica turned Icarax into a biomechanical being. Again, Mutran used a Nova Blast of Shadow, but Chirox, Vampira, and Icarax disappeared after the Nova Blast. The Toa were able to withstand the blast and got Mutran to surrender. The Toa then head down to the swamp to meet up with the other three. Now the book Swamp of Secrets is when we see the other perspectives of Tahu, Gali, and Onua when they are in the swamps. Well, when they are in the swamps. But another thing they added in this book is where the Toa came from. They were created by Artaka and were trained by Hydroxin. They then get sent to Cardanui, where they have to fight off this lightning thing, and I forgot to look that up. I can't remember its name though. And after that, they go into the Codex and get into canisters and sleep until Mata Nui would be in danger. Anyway, onto the main story of the book. The three Toa head down to the swamps and then split up to find the mask of life, not knowing that turn into Toa Nika. Gali finds a keystone. Tahu stumbles upon the Codex, but can't enter just yet. All three of them also run into three new Makuta: Krika, Bilta, Bitil, and Gorast. They have their many battles along this book. They find the other two keystones. They also find out that Borak are Avmatorn when they die, which is a shocker. The Toa and Makuta have one last battle in this book near the Codex, and in the end, the other Toa and Makuta come in. But that isn't the end of this book just yet. Takanuva gets a mission to go to Cardanui and tell the others about the storm that is to come when the Toa awaken Mata Nui. But he ends up going to different dimensions before he gets there. And that was in the serials, which I'll explain in a minute, but first I need some water. Now, I didn't read the serials until, well, all the serials of this year, because it was kind of confusing, like the order of stuff. So, but I did read the Takanuva serials, like where he goes and all that, but I'm not gonna explain that in these videos. Anyway, now, the last book of this year, the final battle, all the Toa are fighting in separate battles. Gali finds Krika but is easily defeated, and Krika tells her to leave Cardanui. Then Takanuva comes out of nowhere and makes Krika to run off. Now Takanuva has changed and has the powers of light and shadow. So anyway, they then meet up with Pohatu and head to the code racks. Takanuva uses his power lance to make all the Makuta retreat. All the Toa assemble, and Toei Nika can talk now for some odd reason. Toei Nika tells them that he was meant to be a failsafe if anything went wrong in the universe made by the great beings. Takanuva tells the Toa, hey, when you guys awaken Mata Nui, there is going to be this massive energy storm that will destroy anything in its path. So when you guys do that, we need to do when you guys do what you need to do, we need to get everyone out of here and get the heck out of here. And then the Makuta come back and they have a massive fight. The Toa fit the The Toa fit the keystones in the code racks and enter it, not realizing Antraz entered as well. Tahu grabs the keystones, not allowing anyone else inside. They find placements in the floor large enough for the Toa canisters that they came in. Onua then presses a button on one of the consoles, which you should never do unless you know what it does. 3 cocoons and light stones appeared. Then the cocoons left, leaving 3 vehicles: the Rocco T3, the Jetrax T6, and the Axelara T9. Then Antraz comes out of nowhere and jumps into the cockpit of the Jetrax T6 and takes off with it. Liwa and Pohatu jump onto the Axelara T9 and the Rocco T3 and go after him outside the code racks. Anyway, Takanuva, Tanma, and Photok take Radak. Everyone else is doing their own thing that I can't even explain. Viken finds Takanuva and his group and tells them, hey, the clack is the cure. So they begin trying to find it. Radak finds clack and tries to kill it, but then it screams and cures Radak. Radak then tells them that the Makuta want them to awaken Mata Nui, but he doesn't know why, but the reason is for the end of this year. Sorry, I got a text. Sorry, got an answer. That's text. Sorry, it's for another video project I plan to do. Takanuva told them to leave Cardanui before the storm comes in. Then Takanuva gets attacked by Chirox, Chirope, and 7 versions of Bitil. Then he goes into rage mode. Thanks to the shadow side of him, and attacks them, and he basically says, you wanted a Toa of shadows? Well, it's right here. You're looking at one. That's not an actual quote, by the way. And they basically fight it off, out. Antraz, Pohatu, Liwa, and Kopaka fight. Then Kopaka got the Jetrax back and joined up in the fight with Takanuva. Takanuva was about to tear Chirox apart, but Kopaka brought him back to his senses. Chirox then ran off. Takanuva tells Kopaka that Radak told him, Radak told him. Kopaka flies off to tell the others, and Takanuva searches for more Matoran. He finds Gavla and turns her and himself back to normal and tells her to leave. Icarax and Krika try to destroy the Coderex to try to sabotage the plan, but Goras and Vampira talk Icarax into destroying the... Icarax into teleporting, but Goras disrupts the teleportation and makes parts of him to scatter all over the universe. Wow, that is bad. Krika escapes. Inside the Coderex, they find out that all they have to do is place the Ignika at the center of the Coderex. Who knew? Hold on just a second, I need to get a drink of water. Stay hydrated, folks. Well, I'm looking for my place. Okay, found it. But Ignika had to sacrifice being a Toa. So he does it. Outside the Coderex, Tahu and Goras are fighting when Krika comes saying, "We have to get out of here. There's gonna be a storm coming and it's gonna kill us all if we don't get out of here." She then disrupts his power and he becomes nothing, which is seriously bad. I mean, she basically killed him for no apparent reason. Anyway, the storm comes, all the Toa and Matoran get out of there. Goras just stares at it. Antraz wanted them all to escape. Biltil tried ditching them but fails, and all the Makuta die. So, this is how evil Pterodax is. He sends his fellow Makuta knowing that they will die when the Toa succeed. That's pretty evil. Then on Mata Nui, they all have a great celebration and we get to see it happen in a video. Hold on, actually, I'm gonna show you this. So, here's the video. Not sure if this is copyrighted or not. This is the only video that I'm up to. I mean, look at that. Isn't that awesome? Sorry it's shaky, my phone is kind of... my hand is kind of shaking. And also you can see a little reflection of what's going on. So, there it is. I'll also leave it in the description down below. But you'll find out that Mata Nui is the universe. And that he is a giant robot, like we saw in the video. That isn't the most awesomest thing in Bionicle, and it, well, oh wait, hold on, sorry I messed up. That is the most awesomest thing in Bionicle. And it was planned out in the beginning, but then the stars align into a Kraken. Pterodactyl's voice echoes through, saying, and I quote this from the book, Show myself, you insignificant flea. Look around you, Tahu. I am everywhere. I am everything you see. You heroes brought Mata Nui back from death, but before his spirit could return to his body, mine slipped in and took its place. And so, when the Tanuva awakened Mata Nui, they awakened his body with my mind. Will you fight the air you breathe, Toa? The ground you walk on? Understand, I no longer need to battle you in hopes of ruling the universe. I am the universe. Of course, you do have one hope. Mata Nui himself. Too bad for you that I, from this universe, have banished his spirit into the mask of life. And now I have banished the mask from this universe. I hope you have enjoyed your fleeting moments of happiness, Toa. They are the last you will know for eternity to come. There is a few more seconds of the video, and I will play that right now. Wait. Whoops. Hold on.
Entering the
What? Okay. So Pterodax won? He got what he wanted? He now rules the universe! And we finished the story with the Mask of Life flying off out of the universe! What comes after this? What comes next? I have to know! Alright. 2009 happened. Then 1 year we go into another universe. Well, that's basically it. And I gotta say, that was a pretty good year. And we found out so much from this. Some huge stuff, in fact. Huge! Get it? Huge. Because Mata Nui's giant robot. Anyway, but that's it for this year. Please leave a like, comment your thoughts on this year, and subscribe. And next time, we will take a look at 2009. I'll see you guys later. Well, next time. Later.